Hey, it's Jerimiah Taylor here at Moboda. I want to talk to you a little bit about the 2024 housing market. You see, 2024 is shaping up to be one of the most challenging years for real estate since I've been part of it. Now, mind you, I've been doing this for 23 years. I feel like I've seen a lot. I know I haven't seen it all, but 2024 is unique. Now, here's why. You see, in late 2022, September to be specific, we saw the single fastest run-up in mortgage interest rates in recorded history. In fact, rates went from nearly 3% to nearly 7% inside of 60 days. We've never seen anything like that. And the reason that that matters is rates have an outsized impact on affordability. What I mean by that is, if your interest rate goes up by 1%, your mortgage payment changes like you just bought 10% more house. So the difference between a 3 and a 4% interest rate is the difference between buying a $400,000 and a $440,000 house from a monthly mortgage payment perspective. Now, what's wild is as that happened, everybody expected this crazy housing crash, and it just never came. In fact, when you look back at history, you look back over the last 40 years of organized real estate, there's only ever been one housing crash where home prices have fallen by more than 20%, and that was 2008, which, by the way, that is the only housing-led recession that we have had in the last 40 years. So when I look at what I expect and what I expect to come in 2024 and beyond, I tend to look at history. And history says that unless we see another housing-led crash where there's a tremendous amount of inventory, there's a lot of forced sellers, people that they don't have a choice. They have to sell their home because they have an interest-only mortgage or they have an adjustable rate mortgage that is no longer affordable and they just need out. That's the perfect storm that you would need, and you need to believe that's coming in order for us to see a massive housing crash. And so the ingredients just aren't there for that kind of storm. However, we do have a set of ingredients, and the ingredients tell me that right now in spring of 2024, we have a really unique window of opportunity. Here's why I say that. Every year, we have this seasonal change in home prices. Starting in January, they go up to June, and then from June to December or June back to January, they come back down again. That happens every single year, and guess what? 2023 coming into 2024 was no different. Matter of fact, homes are a little bit more affordable than they were in the middle of 2023. That'll change again. Home prices are rising again. We expect them to continue going up as we go into the summer. So that's ingredient number one. Ingredient number two, inventory has risen. In fact, we went from a seasonally adjusted run rate of about 4,070,000 homes selling to just now 4 million flat, January of 23 to January 24. So we have fewer homes selling, and we have about the same number of listings coming to market. And so we went from a world last year where we had about 600,000 homes on the market, 630,000 homes on the market, to where this year we have over 650,000 homes on the market. So it's not a huge change in inventory. It's about a 2 or 3% change. But then when you couple that with the 2 or 3% change in demand, it nets out to, right now you have about 5% more homes for sale than you had the same time last year. So you have 5% more inventory. That's a really good thing. So you've got prices have come down, you've got inventory, and the velocity of the market's eased a little bit. And then you have the third ingredient, which is interest rates. Interest rates have absolutely come down from their highs. They got as high as 8%, y'all. And in the last couple weeks, I've seen several people getting interest rates in the high fives on some of the government program, FHA, VA, USDA, etc. So now you've got rates coming down, you've got prices coming down, and then you've got a little less velocity in the market. That is not going to stay forever. In fact, the Fed has come out and they've clearly said that they will reduce interest rates. Everybody thought they were going to change it from 3 cuts to 2 cuts, but they're still saying they're going to cut rates 3 more times this year. When they start to do that, you will see mortgage rates start to come down further. As mortgage rates start to come down further, you'll see more buyers entering the market. As more buyers enter the market, you'll see fewer homes for sale. Supply, demand equals prices go up. This is your window of opportunity, folks. We know every spring the same thing happens. Even in 2008, 9, and 10, guess what? The worst years for organized real estate, guess what? Prices still went up from January to June in those years. It's just that they went down from June to January more than they went back up in January to June. You see what I'm saying? So prices always go up seasonally in that first half of the year, and then they tend to decline in the second half of the year. The one change to that was when we all got locked in our houses during COVID. So unless you expect another COVID, unless you expect another housing-led recession, history tends to repeat itself. So take advantage of it. Get in on this window of opportunity that we have right now. Things are changing in a NAR just announced a massive settlement with the Department of Justice. Now it has to be approved still, but that means right now, most sellers are still offering to pay that commission when a buyer's agent represents you. Later this year, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. They may not be willing to pay those commissions. So if I'm a buyer and I'm thinking about buying in 2024, I'm going to take action now because I know prices are down, interest rates are more affordable, there's less competition, and for the most part, I know that my buyer's agent is going to get compensated without me having to come out of pocket, and I can get that professional representation. So get out there, get in the market, and stay tuned for more updates. Subscribe to the channel because we want to keep bringing you the real-time information on what's happening here in the U.S. housing market.